If one team would just give him a chance, he knew that he could be successful.
I can always remember him from a young age saying he was going to play quarterback for the Cowboys, and that was it.
What did he say to you after he got the call from Jerry Jones?
He just had a big smile on his face. You know, his family was right there around him.
Family for Dak Prescott has pretty much always been tied to football. It was on this field at Louisiana's Houghton High School where he and his two older brothers starred for more than a decade combined.
We knew Dak ever since he was 4 or 5 years old. He would come up with his brothers and watch them play, and we'd see him running around on the field after the games, and just always seemed like he had a football in his hands.
By the time he was in middle school, we knew, you know, he was going to be a good player for us. He was bigger than everyone else, and those middle school coaches always talked about him like he's going to be the one. The junior year, our last game of the year, was against our rival, Parkway High School. At the time, they had not beat us probably in 10 or 12 years, and they took the lead with maybe 1:40 left.
And you're thinking you got to, you know, march it down the field, and the odds are not real good in that aspect as far as being able to win the game, especially with no timeouts. But he was real calm.
And he said, "Coach, we got this."
And sure enough, marches them right down the field, and we end up scoring to win the district championship. We kind of compared him to John Elway because John Elway had all these just great fourth quarter comebacks.
Dak's fourth quarter heroics stood out on the field, but it was a simple gesture towards his team manager that revealed his character.
Kyle Brister was, you know, an autistic kid that we had, and helped us out for a lot of years.
He was functional but pretty severely autistic. Of course, the guy was a genius now. He could tell you, you know, any number in the world. We gave him things that he could do to help us. He helped with the laundry in here.
We were going to the playoffs, but he was leaving after our 10th game, and it was the game that we actually won the district championship.
Dak decides that the whole team's going to carry him off the field on their shoulders. For a guy that's in here with us every day but isn't technically on the team, you know, that made him feel like he was on the team.
I can still see the smile on his face. He'll never forget that, and being part of our program and what those kids did for him.
Where do you think that comes from?
His mom's probably a big part of that.
Dak's mother, Peggy Prescott, was a single mom who worked multiple jobs. Like her work ethic, her support for her sons was unwavering. She was a fixture in these bleachers for over a decade.
She was a fireball. If she didn't like what we were doing as coaches, she would tell us.
I saw her and I said, "How's it going, Miss Peggy?" And she goes, "It's not real good." We hadn't lost a game all year. And I said, "What's the problem?" She goes, "That offensive coordinator, that blank Cajun doesn't know what he's doing. We're scoring like 50 points a game." I'm thinking, okay, Miss Peggy, I'll make sure and tell him that. She was hard. I mean, she was hard on him. He was the baby of the family, but he was really the baby of the family to her, and she's very protective of him, wanted him to do right, and he did all the time. All right, give me a hand, guys.
Even when his mom was diagnosed with cancer in 2010. Even when she lost the battle 3 years later during Dak's junior year at Mississippi State.
She passed away late Saturday night, early Sunday morning, comes in. We go to the funeral on Wednesday, and he's adamant he has to play that week because his main reasoning was she would be really pissed if he wasn't playing in that game on Saturday.
Prescott, forget about it, touchdown Mississippi State.
What would his mom say to him now?
She would say she's proud. And, you know, we all are. I mean,
She would be up here right now telling us, "I told you so. I told you he was going to play quarterback for the Cowboys." I have no doubt about that.
I think his mom, he wanted to please his mom all the time, and he still wants to do it today, I can promise you. That's a big factor in what he does. It's not Halton High School or me or somebody else. He wants mom to be happy, and that's why he's playing.